Hey, what's up guys, it's Daniel, and before we get started, I'm sorry about my voice. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I just wanted to make this video before it became irrelevant. But anyways, 1.14.4 came out, and there was some changes to the way iron farms worked. So over here I have DocM77 and Techman88's iron farm they showcased on their channels. What they used was a 1x1 villager holding cell. And one of the problems I had is I was building this in survival, and I have a little bit of a laggy server. So while these guys were waking up and getting back in bed, they slowly die because of suffocation on these composters over here. I don't know if we'll get to see that. Time set night. But you'll notice that when the villagers sleep, they have a kind of inconsistent location on the bed where they're sleeping. They slide around a lot, and if there's a lag spike, they can spawn inside of this composter block and suffocate themselves just a little bit. But eventually they'll die off, so I had to make a workaround for this. I created a 3x1 villager holding cell, and I'll show you how to make this in a sec. But I didn't want any blocks at eye level for the villagers to suffocate on. So instead of making the villagers hop up and down, I made the zombie hop up and down. And I saw this on some Spanish YouTuber's channel. He was using these trapdoors on the bottom, so the villager or the zombie thinks it can path over top of these trapdoors and through this top trapdoor. So he keeps jumping up and down, thinking he can move. If we take these out, he'll stop. So see, he stops because he doesn't see a valid path in front of him to get any closer to these villagers over here. But what happens is, we'll see when I put this back. What I did was I put these trapdoors right in front of his face, and when we look at his eye line, his hopping will actually get broken on this trapdoor. So that'll allow the villagers to sleep and work and do their thing, so we can make some iron golems up top. And as far as I can tell, there's no real difference in the rates between these two farms. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't do the math on all of it, but it was my workaround, and as far as I can tell right now on my survival server, there's no loss of villagers because of suffocation damage, and the zombies do stay alive pretty well. Anyways, I'll show you how to build this real quick. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got to be at least 10 blocks away from the nearest villager pod. So we're just going to make a 3x3 right here. We're going to put 3 beds on it. Knock out the ones underneath. Apparently these are spawnable, but I haven't seen it, although no sense in taking chances. We'll put 2 trapdoors on the outside. This is important because we're going to put carpets in the middle, and we're going to use composters as the worker station, and we're going to put that there, there, and there. And all we're going to do to keep these guys in place is we're going to go up 2 blocks and put a slab up top here, so there's no way these guys can spawn in with their heads inside the blocks. But it also prevents them from walking up top of this composter or on top of these beds. They're just a little bit too tall. So we can stick a villager in here now. 1, 2, 3. And these guys should be good to go. Now these guys can't jump, they can jump in bed, but they'll always spawn on top of these carpets over here. And now we can make the zombie holding cell. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to be 5 blocks away from the edge of this bed. We're gonna get a cauldron, stick that on top. We're gonna put trapdoors. This is the important part to get the zombie jumping up and down. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, make this little L shape. We're gonna put a trapdoor at the top of this block, and then on top of those 2 blocks. So it makes a little T like that. And then we're going to put a slab on top of the trapdoor in the middle. why did I put that one away? I need that. And that prevents it from burning up, although like my personal choice would be to put a helmet on these guys when they spawn instead of a name tag, so that'll prevent the zombies from despawning. But however you want to do this, put a name tag on them, give them some items, whatever you want to do. But now this is a valid or working cell. Now you get to put your spawn platform wherever you want. Just put it close enough for these guys to see it. I'll show you guys how I implement it in my single player, but there's dozens of ways to do this, and there's probably a better way than I did it. But right now this is my modification to their design. One thing that's actually important or nice is that you don't have to put these guys exactly 5 blocks away from the zombie. A lot of the other designs are very dependent on the distance between this zombie and the villagers, because that carpet and the angle to the eye line, as you can see over here, this carpet to the eye line of the zombie. Oh, see, we even lost one here because he was suffocating in that block. I swear I had 3. Anyways, yeah, this carpet to this eye line is very dependent on the distance between the villager and the zombie. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in other designs, that is also true. This one's pretty lenient because you can put this guy like 6 blocks, 6 blocks away, or whatever it is. There is a limit to how far this guy will scare these guys. But it's a little less finicky anyway. I'll show you how I implemented on my single player world real quick, and we'll get this over with. Alright, so here we are in my single player, and as you can see, I built a few different modules of it, and I put these spawn platforms in the middle. One of the optimizations I made to this was putting trapdoors here. You might notice that the iron golems try to fight the water streams a little bit. So this prevents that from happening, just putting some trapdoors on the edge and letting the water flow over the top of them. That works really nicely. But one of the things I would do, since I made this in survival, the first thing I would do would be make the villager breeder. That's number one. It takes the longest to actually breed up this many villagers to fill your farm with. But second, before putting in any of the villagers into the cells, I build all the cells out, put all the zombie cages, but put the zombies in first. It's really hard to put the zombies in there when the villagers are already in there, because they start spawning iron golems on top of all your pathways. So like I made a big spawning platform over here just to lure zombies over. And because I had the villagers in here, what was happening is the iron golem spawned on top of them, kills all my zombies, and I had to really work around the villagers already being in the cells. So do that. But other than that, it's pretty flexible how you implement the design. I stuck the spawn platforms in the middle. You can make more of them. I just did this too because it's easier to funnel them into the center over there into my killing chamber, which is still a work in progress, as you can see. But anyways, yeah, that's about all I got. Let me know if you like this video. It's been a while since I made anything on this channel, so thank you if you made it this far. I'd appreciate any support, like subscribe to the channel, do all the liking, hit the bell, whatever you want to do. But I'm not even sure if anyone's gonna watch this thing, so I just did a really quick and dirty one take kind of deal. And again, I apologize for my voice and all of that, but hopefully this was helpful to somebody, and if it was, let me know, and maybe I'll make some more videos. But I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching.